Hello and welcome to today's video, which is going to be part 4 of my declutter series and also the final part, thankfully. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and hype. I think that's the new thing, is to like hype. In today's video, I'm going to be decluttering all of my lip products, so lip liners, lipsticks, etc. It's a long one, so we're just going to get straight into it. It is time for lip products. I have all of my lip products in a separate place to the rest of my makeup, which is in like a little trolley from IKEA. And then all of my lipsticks are in a different area. I keep them in my bedroom. So I have this little kind of thing here with a bunch of lipsticks. So these are all of my Lisa Eldridge True Velvets. And then these are kind of like just a few lipsticks that I tend to rotate depending on the season. Then I have this little box that has 2 drawers. The bottom one has lip liners and sharpeners, and then the Lisa Eldridge lip liners, the Balm Embrace, Gloss Embrace, and on the top then we have Luxuriously Lucent, Rouge Experience, and Velveteens. So between this and this is all of my Lisa Eldridge lip products, except for the ones that are discontinued, which I keep separately just so I remember which ones are discontinued and which ones aren't. So these are all the ones that are like permanent Lisa Eldridge products. The only ones I don't have in here are the 2 new shades of the Gloss Embrace Sequin that I got because I wanted to kind of like film with those, so they're like in my testing box. So I'm going to keep all of my Lisa Eldridge products because it is the brand that I get asked about the most for like comparison swatches, and then every time she releases a new shade it's great to be able to like swatch them against all of the other shades, even though some of them are maybe like 6 years old. Straight away I'm going to put this aside and put all of these aside because I'm keeping all of them. So at least that's a big chunk of the products just straight away that I'm keeping. So we'll start there. Okay, I'm going to start with lip liners because I have a lot of lip liners and I really do not need this many lip liners because I wouldn't consider myself a lip liner person, but this is the result of me trying to find the perfect shade. Okay, so I'm going to start with my NYX shades. I have Clinger, Lavender and Lace, which is discontinued, Mauve, Nude Beige, and Nude Truffle. I think the most warm one is probably Nude Truffle, so I'm kind of thinking, should I get rid of that? I'm going to compare it to some other shades and see if I have like a similar shade, then I'm probably just going to get rid of it. Clinger I'm going to keep because it is just a good one for using with like my brighter pink lipsticks like Lisa Eldridge, Velvet Carnival, or like Skyscraper Rose. Lavender Lace is one of my all-time favourite lip pencils because it's just like literally my lip colour, and I'm devastated that it's discontinued, but what can you do? Mauve is a great one if you are cool toned. Nude Beige, this apparently has been reformulated, so it's not the same. Apparently it's a lot warmer now, so I'll keep that because, you know, I'm probably not going to buy the new one anyway. And then Nude Truffle is in the maybe pile depending on other swatches. I also have Brooklyn Thorn, which is another one of my favorite shades. However, this is like so gross. I'm not even going to open it. It looks, well, it's all white at the top, which I think could be mold, so I'm going to just throw that out because even though this is discontinued and some of my favorite shades, I can't use that on my lips, so I'm going to throw that away. So I'm keeping these, and Nude Truffle is in the maybe pile depending on the swatches of the other products. And these are kind of like the KJH Precision Sculpture stylos. This is the Lily by Red lip blending stick in the shade 1. And then Romand Lip Mate Pencil in the shade 5, taupey shade. So I'll just swatch these quickly. Okay, so that is the Lily by Red and that's the Romand. So they're both very good, like neutral, cool shades. And this is kind of like a thicker, like a crayon, which is great for like kind of overlining your lips or just kind of like giving your lips a bit more volume. And they're great shades. They don't have a lot of shades for deeper skin tones, but these work really well on me, so I'm going to keep both of those. I almost forgot I have the KJH brand Precision Sculpture Stylos. These are multi-purpose products. They can be used anywhere on the face. And I'm going to keep all of these, but I will quickly swatch them for you as well. Okay, so these are the KJH Precision Sculpture Stylo, and this is Etch, Chisel, Engrave, Carve, and Forge. I would love to see like a cooler pale shade, like something in between these two. That's like the coolness of this shade, but a little bit paler. So I would love to see that, because these two are my most worn on my lips, but I would love something that's just slightly cooler than this and maybe like a little bit lighter than this. KJH brand, if you're watching, that is my request. But it's a really nice variety of tones here, and they can be used all over. They're great like as kind of like an eyeshadow on your eyes as well. Obviously, if you're using something on your lips and your eyes, you have to kind of be careful with hygiene, but I'm probably more likely to use these on my eyes as liners, and then these two on my lips, and just keep those for my lips. So I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with it. But yeah, that's those. I have two of the About Face Matte Lip Fix pencils. This one is Love Like a Sunset, and this is Cradled. So that is those two there. They actually both still work, so I'm gonna keep them for now. Cradled is quite similar to NYX Nude Beige. So I'm gonna try that again on my lips and see what that's like. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep both of those, because Love Like a Sunset is kind of quite a new unique shade. And then I just really love these are kind of like a long wearing gel kind of formula. Like it's in a pencil, but it's like a gel, it's like a plastic thing on it. So that's a really good long wearing formula if that's what you're looking for. So I'll just keep those for now. I have these three which are quite new, and it's the Poco Beauty Soft Blur Contour Stick in the shades Pip, Low Key, and Frenchy, and that is them here. So that is Pip, Low Key, and Frenchy. They're very new. They're very like soft, blurry, very kind of easy to blend. I do want to do a video on these and the corresponding lip tints, so I'm going to keep those. But if for someone who doesn't like a lip liner but you do want some kind of like a volume adding product, they're lovely, because they're really like a blurring formula and very like easy to blend, and they're kind of like that thicker like crayon as well. So I'm going to keep those because I want to do a video on those. Next up, I have a liner by Citizen Cosmetics. This is their Lip Stroke in the shade De. I bought this along with one of their lipsticks, and I thought it might be like a good shade, but it actually kind of broke on me, and like I can't twist it up because it kind of like goes everywhere. So I think I'm just going to get rid of that. Like it is a lovely shade, kind of like a rosy beige shade, but it's literally like I can't actually, when I roll it up, I can't roll it back down, and then it kind of gets caught in the top. So I'm going to get rid of this because it's just like so messy. I bought one and the same thing happened, and they sent me a second one and the same thing happened with that. So it just was not meant to be, but you know, at least you can see the color there. It feels like a creamy formula, but I just wouldn't buy another one because I think it's almost like too creamy and it just like went everywhere. So next up, I have three of the Half Magic Sculptitude 2-in-1 lip liner crayons. These are like double-ended. So the first one is Ruby Slippers and Give 'em Hell, which is this one here. So it's kind of like a blue toned red and then an orangey red. Then the second one is Ballerino and Hot Potato, which is this one here, Ballerino and Hot Potato. Then this one is I Have Needs and I'll Pray For You. So these two are quite similar, and this one is kind of nearly too pale for me. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one because like I'm just never going to wear that shade. And then this is so similar to this one, even though that's kind of that's a bit more yellowy, but I like that brown. So I think I'm going to just pass this on because I'm not going to really wear that one. Okay, so I have a few more swatches now. This is the Swede lip liner in the shade Barely There. Then I have the Sochi lip liner in Kismet. This is Kevin O'Quan Unforgettable Lip Definer in the shade Divine. Then I have Rimmel Cappuccino. This is the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Queen Vibes. And Maybelline Gone Great. So I'm going to keep all of those because I love the shades. Yeah, I think they're just all like really good shades, and like some of them are quite new. But these are kind of like a long wearing gel formula. Same with this one, and then these three are like traditional pencil liners. And I use Cappuccino a lot for like drawing my freckles back in. It's just a really good shade. It's a bit dark if I go full force with it, but like if I do it lightly, it's a good contouring shade. This is quite new. It's a lovely pencil formula. And then this is a really beautiful formula. The Kevin O'Quan has a little brush on the end, which actually is quite handy. And there's some lovely shades in this as well. and so that's one of my favorites. So yeah, that is all of those there. Swede, Sochi, Kevin O'Quan, Rimmel, Catrice, and Maybelline. Okay, so this swatch that is like crumbly and really old is the very end of my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. So that's gonna go because it's clearly just so old. I really just kept this for like comparison purposes, but I don't really need it, and it's not really a shade I would buy again because I have so many others that I prefer. So that is that, just so you can kind of see it in comparison to the other shades. So that is just the original Pillow Talk liner there. This is the Laura Mercier Longwear lip liner in Ruby, and this is the Note lip liner in Scarlet. They're both the same as that Brooklyn Thorn. They're kind of gone all white on the tip, a bit moldy, so I'm going to get rid of both those. This number 7 one is years old. It is their lip pencil in Fire. But I did like this formula. Like if you're looking for like an inexpensive lip liner, it's that kind of like gel kind of tip formula. So that one is going to go as well because it's so old. Then I have L'Oreal Color Riche lip liner in Bois de Rose, which I've swatched here. Then this one is the Hindash lip tone in the shade Hush, and it's this shade here, which is just a little bit too yellow for me. So I'm going to see, does my mom want that? Because it's a really nice formula, just like a regular pencil liner. It's just not the right shade for me. You can kind of see it's like quite yellow in compared to some of the others. I was going to get rid of this, but I actually think it's a nice cool tone, so I might give it a try. So that's kind of going to go in limbo along with the NYX Nude Truffle, because I'm going to try it and see if I like it on my lips. So the Hindash one is going to be passed along. So this one here is the Hilden Silk to Set Longwear pencil in the shade Darcy. I just got that. My friend sent it to me last week, so I'm going to keep that one. Then I have Vive. This is the Vive Modern Lip Definer. This one here in the shade Brat. That one is like a maybe, so I'm going to put that in here. Then another one I'm going to keep is the Clio Velvet Lip Pencil in the shade Coffee Brown, which is this one, which is like a really nice kind of a rosy brown shade. Really like that. Then I have 2 of the Makeup Forever Artist Colour Pencils. Obviously one of them I've used a lot more than the other one. This is Up and Down Tan, and this is Anywhere Caffeine. So that is Up and Down Tan, and that is Anywhere Caffeine. I think I'm just going to keep them for now because this one is kind of used up so much, and you can also use these on your eyes. So I'm going to just keep them for now and see if I kind of use them, and if not, I will pass them along. But that is Up and Down Tan, Anywhere Caffeine. This one here is the NYX, I forgot to add this into my NYX. It's the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil in the shade Global Citizen, and this is one of those like really long wearing lip pencils. I'm going to try this again. This is in a maybe pile. Then I have Note Ultra Rich Colour Lip Pencil in the shade Mulberry, which is this one. It's kind of like a purpley berry shade, and that's like very unique, and it might go with the likes of like some of my Lisa Eldridge deeper shades. So I'm going to keep that for now. And then for some reason I bought MAC Cork. I have no idea why I thought that this would work on me. It's just like such a ridiculous thing for me to have bought, and that's it there. It's just too yellow and too dark for me, so I'm going to pass that along because it's like basically brand new. Don't ask me why I bought that. That was just like really silly purchase. So after that, I'm decluttering 9. Some are going in the bin and some of them are being passed along. I have 4 in my maybe pile, and then I have a bunch that I'm keeping. So not as much as I would have liked. I think these might be passed along just purely because I have so many shades in here that I prefer. So if I'm like not sure, then kind of why am I keeping them, you know? So I think I'm going to pass these along as well. Okay, so let's do lipsticks and lip glosses and balms and matte liquid lipsticks and all that stuff. I'm going to swatch some of these, but a lot of them I probably already have videos on, so I'll insert the footage of me either applying them or swatching them, because otherwise I'm literally going to be here all day. So straight off, I'm keeping these 3 shades of the Bisou Balm by Violette FR. These are Rose Latte, Calisson and Mon Chéri. Those are staying because they're relatively new, and I love the formula. And then these are the latest release, lip release, and this is the Plume Lip, and I have all 5 shades of those, so those are staying because that is also very new. I also have the 4 shades of the Lip Nectar, and these are very much well loved or well used, and I've used these so much. This shade particular for during the winter is Dahlia Noir, I love that one. So that they are all staying, all 4 of those. Okay, 3 that I'm keeping because I haven't tried them enough and I want to film a video with them are the Poco Beauty Water Glow lip tints. There's only 3 shades of these so far. I love the packaging of these, but I want to do like a video on the lip tints and the pencils, so they are going to stay because I haven't filmed with those yet. These are all my Revlon lipsticks and I'm going to keep all of them. To be honest, they're all pretty new except for Pink in the Afternoon. I have Skyline Pink, Laid Back Lilac, Whiskey Business, Rumberry and Rum Raisin. I actually need to swatch these 2 on camera. These are all really nice shades. Laid Back Lilac and Rumberry, I think in particular, are 2 of my faves, but I'm going to keep those. I have 3 of these Ellis Fast products. These are their Milky Lips, Creamy Lips and Glazed Lips, and these are all in the shade L301, L101 and L201, but they are so, like, these are just, the packaging is unbelievable. So it's kind of like three different kind of variations of reds in different kind of opacities, and I'm keeping them because they're just the coolest lip products ever, and I really love the 3 formulas. These are just like such an underrated brand, and she was such a cool makeup artist. This is relatively new. I just posted a video on this. It's the Sochi Ceramide Lip Silk, and that is the shade Wine Stained, and it's a really beautiful kind of a sheer red, so that's going to stay. I have these 2 from the brand Queen Musea, and these are Becky Sharp and Madame Bovary. I'll insert footage of these, but this might be mold, so I might have to reconsider keeping these. I'm going to just double check, because if it is mold, that is kind of gross. But they have like their cool packaging. I just like didn't get the use out of them, I suppose because I have other mattes that I just prefer. So I'm going to have to check these out, but these might possibly have to go if they are moldy. I have 3 shades of the Lancome Drama Matte L'Absolu Rouge. I have French Touch, French Drama, and this is Celestial Rose. This is in the limited edition Louvre packaging. So these are all really gorgeous shades, and I love this formula. It's probably the most similar matte to the Lisa Eldridge ones, but these are beautiful, kind of quite nuanced shades. So I'm going to keep all 3 of these. One I'm going to probably pass along is the Vive Modern Matte Lipstick in the shade Brat. I bought this as part of a set with the little lip pencil, and I think this is just like a little bit too, it's just not the right shade for me. I just don't pick it over other shades. So I'm going to see, does my mom want this? Because I don't think she really wears mattes, but she might wear it with like a gloss over it. I think it would be a nice shade on her, but it is a lovely formula. It's just the shade is not the right shade for me. Next, I have 3 from Urban Decay. These are Local, which is a shine formula, and then Hex and What's Your Sign, which are about mattes. Hex is like a really dark shade, which I love. I just hate the packaging of these because, like, look. Like, I'm going to spend all day trying to remember how they work. And then this is What's Your Sign, which is a lovely kind of a neutral shade. Like, that's a much better shade for me than the Vive Brat shade. So this is, where is this? That's gone right there. And then Local is one that I've had for longer and I don't really wear it, so I'm going to get rid of that. It is a nice shade, it's a nice cool tone shade, but it's been around for too long and I just don't wear it, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Another one I'm going to get rid of is this Half Magic Painted Matte Lip Colour in the shade Canyon on Fire, which is a song by Wild Nothing, which is a great song. It's this like really vibrant orange red. I don't actually have another shade like this, but I've had this for so long. It's a really drying formula, not as comfortable as other liquid mattes that I have, so I'm just going to get rid of it because I just don't wear it because it's so kind of it's so dry and it's just not really as comfortable as some of my other matte liquid lipsticks. I have 2 of the Hindash Manifesto lipsticks. This is Rest in Roses and Call Me Peaches. These are the only 2 shades that he currently has. This is like a matte, like a sheer kind of a red balm, which is really nice. It's lovely on the cheeks as well as a blush. And this is Call Me Peaches, which is just too, like, it's too orangey yellowy for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that because it's a couple of years old, and I just like, I actually love how these 2 look together, but I never wear this one on its own. I do love this shade. This is much better on my skin tone, and I love both of the formulas. I really hope he comes out with some more shades in this these lipsticks because I love the packaging, love the formulas, and I just like feel like he would do some amazing shades. So even though I love the formula, this is more sheer, this is more opaque, the shade is not right on me, and I just never wear it on its own. I only ever wear the two of them mixed together, and there's just no point in me keeping it. So I'm gonna pass Call Me Peaches along. I have 3 shades of the Prada lipsticks. These are the more opaque matte, and this is like similar to the Hindash one. It's kind of like a sheer matte. Actually, this is kind of similar enough to, oh no, it's kind of a bit more, it's a little bit lighter and kind of more warm than Rest in Roses. This is kind of going to go in the maybe pile. I think my sister would really like this, but I don't think she'd like the scent of it. I think she'd find that really off-putting. So I'm going to see if my mom or my sister want this, because I have the Hindash one, which is probably, I do like that shade, but I just don't feel like I need it. These two I love. This is the shade Lava, and then this is the shade Argyle. I got sent Lava and I bought Argyle myself. This is such a unique neutral shade that I absolutely love, so I'm keeping both of those. This one is going to go in the maybe pile because I'm just not sure. I think somebody else might get more wear out of that, and it's not, like, it's only about a year old. So I'm going to see if my sister or my mom want that one. This is another one I'm going to pass along. I think my mom would like this. It's the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Orgasm, but it's like you can see there's hardly any tint in that, so it doesn't really do anything for your lips, like, in terms of the shade. But I do think my mom would love this for, like, bringing out in her bag. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup, so this could be one that she could bring out and throw on her, like, if she's not wearing any makeup at all, and it wouldn't, like, look kind of, you know, unusual because there's not a lot of pigment in it. So I'm going to see, does she want that, because I just don't get the use out of it. I'd much prefer an actual lip balm or like a proper tinted lipstick. So I'm going to pass this along. Okay, next up I have 3 lipsticks from YSL. These are the only ones that I currently have from YSL, and these are the this is called the Rouge Percature, the bold lipstick in the shade 1968, which is this shade, kind of like a rosy shade. Then this is the Rouge Volupté Candy Glaze and the Rouge Love, or the Love Shine. So this is kind of like a real like a glossy balm. And then that's the shade 5, and then this is like a kind of a sheer lipstick similar to the previous what's it called, Rouge Volupté Shine. I think that's what they were called, the Rouge Volupté Shine. It's similar, it's like the newer updated formula. That is the Love Shine, that is the Candy Glaze, and then that is the Rouge Percature, the bold in 1968. So they're all like 3 kind of rosy, red rosy kind of a shade. I do love all 3 formulas. I feel like I need to try them all on again. I'm definitely keeping this one because that's my favorite, which is this, so that's gonna stay. And I do love that red one. That's a really nice, like, kind of easy red. And then I do like this as well. I'm gonna try this one on again. That's going into the maybes, because I'm not 100% sure on how the shade looks on me, so I'm going to try this one again and see what it's like. Next, I have 4 shades that are kind of like very summery. So I have first here is the Patrick Ta She's Not From Here lipstick. I don't know whether this could be possibly discontinued. I'm going to check it out, but this is kind of the closest thing I have to Lisa Eldridge Velvet Morning that's like still available, I think. So I'm going to double check whether this is discontinued or not, but I do love this formula. I prefer the Lisa Eldridge one, but they don't have Velvet Morning is discontinued, so that's like as close as I can get to it. That shade there, it's like a matte kind of orangey pinky shade, really like amazing summery shade. So this is going to stay for now, but I'm just going to check that out because I'm not sure. Then I have this one. This is a brand called Julie Hewitt, and it's called Belle Noire. It's like an orangey rusty kind of a shade, but it's a really beautiful shade and formula, and that is it there. This is kind of Julie Hewitt is a makeup artist, and she has like a range of lip products. I think just lip products as far as I know. I think this could be discontinued as well, but I'm going to keep it for now because I love the shade and the formula, and I don't have a lot of these orangey reds anymore, so I I'm going to keep it because I do love it. Like, it's gorgeous summery shade, and I love this packaging. It's just like so unique. So I'm going to keep that one for now. Then I have the next one in on my arm is this one, which is Laura Mercier L'Orange, and this is their Rouge Essential lipsticks. Again, this is quite a summery one. I don't really wear it other than during the summer, so I don't know whether this is discontinued as well. So I need to figure out if this is discontinued. The last one is the Kiko Hydra Shiny Lip Stylo, and this is like a really kind of a vibrant, it's called Watermelon, this shade, but it is like such a beautiful pinky coral, so vibrant. And I just got this like last year. No, I got it earlier this year, I think. I can't remember. I got this recently enough, so I'm keeping this because it is such a beautiful, like, hydrating summery shade. I have 3 MAC lipsticks, which is kind of strange, but yeah, 3. I have 2, well, 2.5. This is a mini. I have Velvet Teddy, but this, as far as I know, does not exist anymore. It's like been reformulated. That is it. I guess I probably think I have better shades than this now, so I don't know if there's much point in keeping it, because like if it doesn't exist anymore and it's not like my favorite shade, then what's the point in keeping it? This is Tropic Tonic. Again, I'm not sure if this exists anymore either. This is like a mini one that I bought, I think, last summer, and it's quite similar to some of these shades, but it's kind of a little bit more of a muted coral. Again, it's one that I just kind of wear in the summer, but it's a lovely, lovely, vibrant shade, and it's only a small one, so I'm going to keep that. I'm kind of not sure about Velvet Teddy. I think I'm going to just put it aside for now, but it is like years old, and I don't really wear it because it's just not exactly the right shade. So I think I just need to declutter it. Then I have this one, which is, again, I got last year. This is the MAC Locked Kiss. This is like super long wearing, and this is the shade Rain. It's like very, very unique shade. The closest thing I probably have to it is like Lisa Eldridge New Wave, but it's kind of like a purpley pink, like a cool toned, vibrant pink, and it's like amazing. So I'm going to keep that. That is such a beautiful shade. Okay, I think we need to do the Romand ones next because I've got a whole bunch of them here. This is the Lasting Melting Balm formula, and I love this shade. This is called Buffy Coral, and this is like a really kind of a dusty beige shade. Really, I'll just do a quick swatch. I have got videos of these, but it is like a cool, like brownie kind of a shade. Sorry, it's very hard to show you with the light the way it is, but that is it. I love that shade. And I also have Cocoa Nude, which my friend got me in Japan. So yeah, I just feel like Cocoa Nude is so much warmer than Buffy Coral. So I think I'm going to see if my mom would like Cocoa Nude. I feel like she would love that formula. One of my favourite K-beauty formulas. This is the Lasting Melting Balm, and they have some really nice shades in that. But I just think if you're warmer, Cocoa Nude is great. And if you're cooler or neutral, I think Buffy Coral would be great. But I love that formula. It's like, it's very similar to that YSL, this one, the Candy Guys, but these are so much cheaper. I think I'm gonna give Cocoa Nude to my mom because I know she would love this. She loves like a real, you know, glossy balmy formula, so I'm gonna see, does she want this one. 2 I'm going to say goodbye to are the Juicy Lasting tints in the shades Bear Grape and Nucadamia. These have recently been reformulated and repackaged, and I never really was really obsessed with them. I much prefer the Glasting Water tint, the Glasting Melting Balm. I love the Glasting Color Gloss. It's just not my favorite Romand formula. I haven't tried the new version, so I am tempted to buy one of the shades in the new version to see what it's like. But these are basically like two, like a warm and a cool neutral. So Bear Grape is quite cool, and then Nucadamia is quite warm. Also, the scent of these is so strong. It smells like a strawberry yogurt drink. Like, it's very, very strong for me. So I'm just not mad about the scent, and I prefer other brands of this formula, like the Lacquer ones, the Colourgram, the Noose. Like, I just prefer those brands. So I'm gonna say goodbye to these, and I've had them for 2.5 years. So with a glossy product, I like to probably rotate them a bit more often because they just are not, it's not as hygienic. So I'm gonna say goodbye to these 2. I'm going to keep the Lasting Color Gloss. This is the shade Nutty Vague. I love this. This is like This is kind of like what I wanted the Victoria Beckham gloss to be. It's just such a lovely formula, really like creamy, really looks beautiful on the lips. So I'm going to keep that. And then I'm also going to keep the Glasting Water Tint. Love that formula as well. I'm going to keep these two. These are both very kind of like autumnal shades and they're really unique in my collection. So I'm going to keep both of those. Another one I'm going to keep is the Meteor Track Glasting Water Gloss. This is like a really, as you can see, like a blue sparkly gloss, but it's kind of clear as well. But it just like it looks amazing on top of things. It has like that little silicone applicator that I really like as well. So I'm going to keep that as well. I do like this for doing like a gradient blurry kind of lip. It looks amazing with the Glasting Water Gloss on top. But I've had this for like 2.5 years as well, I think. Let me just give it a smell. Still smells okay and looks okay. I suppose I just don't use it very often because I have other reds that I kind of prefer, but it's like a really vibrant neon red. I'll keep it for now and maybe see if I use it. It's a really kind of like a nice summery shade as well. So I'll keep it for now. This one I might pass on because I just don't really wear it that much. Like a soft matte lipstick, but I just like, I'm not like 100% on the colour. I think that colour is called, I think it's a Ruddy Nude, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think I'm going to pass that on because I just don't wear that colour that much. It's a bit too warm for like an opaque shade. So I'll see, does my sister like that, because she kind of suits warmer shades than I do, and I've given her one of these before and she liked it, so I'll see, does she want this one. This is like a mini Lancome Drama Matte. I think it's like falling out of the tube, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it because every time I open it to use it I just find it so awkward to use because it just keeps falling out, and because it's so small I can't actually keep it in the tube, so it's kind of impossible to apply it. So I'm going to just get rid of that because it's like a tiny little product anyway. Next up I have a NARS lipstick. This is the Explicit lipstick in the shade Excess. This is a beautiful brown shade that I really love, kind of like a chocolate brown, and I really love that shade. This is very new and I really love that formula as well in the packaging, so I'm going to keep that out. They sent that to me. I'm going to keep that one. I have two here that are kind of a little bit random. This is the Victoria Beckham Posh lipstick in the shade Girl. I just need to check this. Even though Victoria Beckham is a clean brand, I feel like this is still okay. Let me just look at the bullet. It smells okay, so I'll wear it and see if it's okay. I think it should be fine. I'm always like wary of clean brands because they just don't last as long. But it does, like, it looks okay and it feels okay and it smells okay. So I think it might be all right. Let's get it. Oh yeah, that's it there. That is it. So I think I'm going to keep that for now. Then I have the Chanel Coco Rouge Flash in the shade Destination. This is a beautiful neutral. Let's do it beside Vicky B. They are quite similar. It's hard to tell because of the light. They're very similar. I think the Victoria Beckham one is maybe slightly cooler and more pigmented, but I do love this formula. I'm not going to be making a habit out of buying Chanel products, but I do love that formula. And I'm going to keep that because I do love that shade. It's a really good neutral for pale skin. Then we've got 3 Clarins ones. These are the Clarins Jolie Rouge lipsticks in 3 different formulas. This is just a regular satin formula. This is the Shine formula in Soft Berry, and then this is the Velvet formula in Woodberry. Oh, you can kind of interchange the packaging as well. Woodberry is a very like cool toned shade, so it's a really good, like a cool tone neutral shade if you're looking for like a proper cool tone shade. Then Soft Berry, this is a beautiful neutral that kind of goes with everything. Love that. Has a little bit of a shimmer in the formula. And then this is Jolie Rouge, which is their kind of classic red shade, and it's like a blue tone red. But I love all 3 of those, and I love the formulas, so I'm going to keep those. I have this one from Florisys, which is their what is it called? Blooming Rouge Ultra Smooth Satin Liquid Lipstick in the shade Sacred Warmth. And it is like, it's definitely like a warmer shade. Yeah, it's definitely a warmer shade. I'm going to see does my mom or my sister want that because it's a little bit too warm for me. and you know, enough so that I just don't reach for it as much as I should, because it's a beautiful formula and beautiful packaging. So I'm going to see if either of them would like this. I think my mom might like that because I feel like that would be lovely on her. So while I love the formula and the packaging, I think it's such a beautiful product, it's just the shade for me. It's kind of a dusty, warm color, but it still just isn't. I reach for other similar products, like a liquid lipstick. I'm going to reach for something else instead of this. So I'm going to see, does somebody else want this? This lipstick is from Oma Beauty. I first discovered this brand in 2020. I bought a bunch of their products, really loved them. The foundation, the concealer, the lip products, the eyeshadows, like they had just some incredible products. There's just been kind of a like mess after mess with this brand. And it's really sad because it was such a promising brand, and the founder of the brand, who has since sadly passed away, like she was doing so much good for like inclusivity in the beauty industry. So it's really, really sad to see this brand go from what it was, 5 years ago to what it is now, which is kind of, I don't really know. But this is the lipstick called Maya. I bought this while I was pregnant with my daughter because I had chosen her name already, and I saw that they had a lipstick, and I already had this formula in a different shade, so I wanted to have it. This is a gorgeous shade. It's kind of like a mauve, brown, rosy, beigey shade. I am keeping it because it's a sentimental thing for me. It's like, a lipstick with my daughter's name on it. And it's probably the last Oma Beauty product that I have left in my collection. So I'm going to keep it for that sake, because I really loved this brand at one point, and I'm so sad with what way they've gone. And because they really had some incredible products. But yeah, that's a sad one, but I'm going to keep it for now because it is kind of sentimental to me. I bought it when I was pregnant, and it is a gorgeous shade. So I suppose until I can find a dupe for this, or a really similar shade of this, I am going to keep it because it is beautiful. So that's that one. These are the Half Magic Mouth Clouds in the shade Magic Brownie, Mr. Cheeky Pants, and Self Help. I'm going to keep all of these for now. I've had them for a couple of years, so they're probably not they could be a bit, I'm going to have to check them and see if they still smell okay. But I do really love this formula. It's made in Korea, so it's quite similar to the Violette Plume lip. It's similar to some of the K-Beauty blurry lip colors, liquid lipsticks, or cream kind of lip products. So it is it's kind of more of a moussey texture, but it's really, really nice. So I'm going to keep them for now because I do really love those 3 shades, and I love the formula. Then I have the Fenty Velvet Liquid Fenty Icon in the shade the MVP. This was that shade that Rihanna wore to the Super Bowl. It's like a very, a thicker moussey version of the Half Magic ones. This is also made in Korea, but it's it's thicker, and it doesn't really dry down, so it's quite difficult to wear. I would say if you want a more long wearing version of this shade, the Violette FR Petal Bouche in Amorphu is a longer wearing version of this. I'm going to keep this for now because I absolutely love that shade, but I don't wear it a lot because it is quite messy, if you're going out all day. I wouldn't wear it if I was going to dinner or something, because it just doesn't set. It kind of it's blurry. It's that moussey kind of a formula. So I love the color, just not mad about the formula. It feels lovely, it's very comfortable, but it just is not very long wearing. So I'll keep it because I love the shade, but it's not something I wear very often. So this is Glossier Ultra Lip in the shade Fête. I don't know if I really want to keep this. Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye to this because I just don't wear it. It's just not, it's not what I want it to be. It's a bit too pigmented for the formula. I don't really reach for it as much as I should. Yeah, I just haven't worn this as much as I should have, and I just think it's very it's a very kind of a sticky glossy balm formula, but the color is too pigmented for that formula for me. I just prefer these ones, the Lasting Melting Balm or the YSL version of that kind of a formula. So it's just not something I reach for a lot, even though it's a red. I do think this is a nice formula, but I think I would prefer one of the more neutral shades. They have the shade Pony in this formula that used to be in the Vanillic Lip Glossier Play formula, and I kind of wanted that, but then I have like that. I have that Lasting Melting Balm, which I feel like it's kind of the same idea. So I'm going to get rid of this because I just don't wear it enough. This is the Armani Lip Maestro Satin in the shade 11. I had a few of these, but I passed some on because I had 3 of these, but I didn't, I gave one to my sister and one to somebody else because I was like, I'm not going to wear it. It was like 3 reds and I was like, I'm not going to wear them. That is kind of like a lip stain. I need to try this again because I haven't worn it in a while. I need to try it again and see how it wears, because I think that will determine whether I keep it or not, because it's kind of it's a lovely shade, but I have other reds and I just feel like I don't know if I'm gonna really like go for this. I need to see how it wears. So this is like in my maybe pile. The Citizen Cosmetics Nude-Versal Lip Duo. This is a really cool brand. A line of lipsticks like based on your skin tone. This is they have like a double-ended, so it's a gloss, which is kind of quite a pigmented gloss. So it's not my favorite kind of formula, but I do prefer the lipstick end of this. Yeah, the lipstick, I'm not even going to swatch because it looks a bit kind of gross. So I think I'm going to just, get rid of this because I've had this for a few years now and the gloss is just a bit too pigmented for me. And the lipstick is beautiful, but it is like, it's a few years old now and it looks a bit kind of dodgy. So, but it's a lovely matte formula. And if you find it difficult to get a shade that suits you, I really liked their concept and their like shade quiz that they done online. This is the shade Dubrovnik 08. They also like, they have a range of nudes for like all different skin tones, and then they have a range of reds for all different skin tones. So obviously it completely depends on what your preferences are, but it just could be worth looking into if you're somebody who finding like a neutral lipstick quite difficult. I do love that shade. Like, it's kind of a pinky nude. I'm gonna part ways with this. This is the Girl Cult. I don't know the name of it offhand. It's in Chinese. It's L05. And this is one of their kind of like, it's like a film former lipstick. Really sparkly, kind of a glossy balm. Let's do it here. I do have like footage of me applying this. Kind of like a brown, sparkly, rosy shade that I really love. And like I said, it has a film former on it. So it actually kind of is transfer proof once you let it set. And I love this brand, and this is kind of new enough, so I'm going to keep that one. I just washed my hands and you can kind of see the stains left behind from some of those products, but I'm just swatching the Nature Republic Honey Melting Lips. I bought these 2, which is coconut and fig. I was sent another bunch and I gave some of them to my sister because I really loved the formula. I wanted to kind of her to try it, and I like had these 2, and then I had like another 5, I think it was, so I wanted her to try it. But I'm kind of like swatching them because I'm kind of thinking, should I give one away? I think I'm gonna keep these 2 because these are really new and I really love those 2 shades, and I'm gonna keep fig. I'm not sure about coconut, so I'm gonna just try that on me again. I think this shade from the, what is this shade called? Rose Beige. I think that's probably like a better shade for me. Like, I love coconut as well, but I think Rose Beige might be a little bit better because coconut is warm, but it's like not too warm. I'm gonna try it on again and see if I prefer the Rose Beige maybe, because I just feel like I don't need 4 of these. I love this formula. It's like a glossy balm in a stick, and I love the formula, but I just feel like I'm not going to get through 4 of them. Although maybe I should keep this because it's warmer and the other 3 are a bit more cool toned. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about this one. It's going to stay for now. And then I have 4 of the Nature Republic Light on Velvet tints. They sent me all 10 shades of these, and I have a video of me applying them. So I kept 4 that I really loved kind of more than the other ones and I thought suited me the best. So it's kind of like a range in kind of bright tones, neutrals, cooler tones. I'm going to keep all 4 of these for now. I'm going to try them on again, and then I will probably end up giving 1 or 2 of them to my mom. I gave some of them to my sister as well. So I don't need 4 of these. I love the formula. This is like a blurry a blurry kind of a moussey cream liquid lipstick, and it's just really easy and kind of easy to blur. It's just a beautiful formula. So I'm going to keep those for now and just kind of test them out again. I'm definitely keeping this Kaleidos one in Free Fall. It's like a glittery kind of a silvery grey. I haven't tried this enough. I literally just bought it and I absolutely love it, so I'm gonna just put that in there. The Robert Welsh Divination Gloss Bombs as well. They are both really unique, beautiful shades. I need to do a video on these as well, but these are stunning. And I love the formulas, love the packaging, love the shades. And this is kind of like a neutralizing shade that like turns your lips kind of into a nude nearly. So they are all staying. Lisa Eldridge, where's the other one? Ooh, where bloody hell is it? But that's Kensington Plum, and that's definitely staying. This is a Girl Cult liquidy lip tint thing. Really amazing shade. I wore this the other day actually, and I love that. That's staying. This Entropy Charm Tint Gel something in the shade Beryl Charm. That's staying. I just got that. This is a Tear Waterism glow tint in the shade Nutty Pink. This is a mini size, and I just got this recently as well. They sent it to me, so I need to do a video on this and try that some more. I have 3 of these Lancome Juicy Idol. What is it called? It's the Lancome Idol Lip Idol Juicy Treat in the shades 33, 60 and 10. I really love this formula. I'm just thinking I don't need 3 of them, but I really do love this shade. I love both of these. I need to try these on again, or actually I'm going to look at the video of me applying them. I'm going to keep this one because I've used this the most, and it's like always nice to have like a clear gloss. But I think I might give one of these to my mum. I feel like she would have loved this formula. I'm going to try them both on again, or look at that video and just see which one I prefer, and I'll probably give one of these to my mum. So these are kind of in limbo as well. Swede lipstick in the shade 90s Supermodel, or 90s Model, I think. It's a lovely brown that's staying. This Fui Jelly, I can't remember, in the shade Cream Tea. That is, I only just got that recently, and that's a lovely neutral shade. So that is staying. Then I have the Lacquer. This is one of my favourite glossy lip tints. This is the Lacquer, ooh, what is it called? Lacquer, oh, I can't remember the name of it. Something, the Lacquer something in the shade Ash Nut. This is a lovely brown, and I prefer this formula to the Roman Juicy Lasting Tint. Love that. That's staying. I forgot about these 2 Romand ones. This is the Dewy Full Water tint, and this is another formula that I love from Romand. This is the shade Canyon, and this is the shade Cotton Melba, and this is like a peachy kind of shade. This is gorgeous for doing like a gradient lip, really nice in the summer. And then this is a lovely kind of a dusty pink neutral Canyon. My sister got this as well and she loves it. This is kind of like a less pigmented version of the Juicy Lasting Tint. I just personally prefer this formula, so they're both staying. This is the Noose Care Lip Jewel, I think it's called, and this is the shade Codename Cold. It's like a blue toned glossy tint, so this is a really handy for like changing the shades of things. So I'm keeping that one. I'm also keeping their other one that I have. This is shade Hazy Beige. It's a lovely cool toned kind of a beige, lavendery beige. I love that shade as well. This is the Colourgram Fruity, what is it called? Fruity Glass Tint in the shade Grapefruit. I think it's Dewy Grapefruit, is it? 02. And this is a beautiful, really vibrant, glossy lip stain. That is staying as well. It's the cutest packaging ever. This is the Maybelline Vinyl, Super Stay Vinyl Ink in the shade Red Hot. This is an incredible shade. I need to just kind of have a look. Is that like gone? Maybe that's gone. It smells okay. I'm going to just try that on again and see, but it's one of those ones that like a really weird formula. It's like a glossy liquid lipstick that like doesn't transfer. It's so weird, but it's a beautiful like orange red, very glossy color. So I'm going to try this again because it kind of looks a bit weird in the thing. I'm going to try it again and see if it works, and then possibly we'll see how it is. But I'm going to keep that for now. Oh, I love this. This is the Clarins Lip Perfector in the shade Pomegranate, and it's, if you've tried their Lip Perfector range, it's kind of like a really hydrating kind of a glossy balm, but a really lovely formula. And I've worn that actually loads. It's a really like easy red lip to wear, and you can actually wear it on your cheeks as well. That's staying. With the Fui 3D voluming gloss in this is vanilla 30%. You can get them at 30% or 70%, and obviously 30% is less pigmented. This is one of my favorite K-Beauty glosses. It's so glossy. It's very similar to the Romand Glasting Colour Gloss. I love that. This is going to stay as well. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline, and it's a lovely kind of a brownie neutral gloss. Love. Lancome Juicy Tubes in the shade Miracle. This is going to stay as well because it's the only one I have, and it's a really nice kind of a Y2K gloss, very nostalgic. I had a couple of these. I gave the other one to my mum because she used to buy these years ago as well, so I'm going to keep this. This is an amazingly glossy lip gloss. It's like amazing over things as well. So I'm keeping that. Another one I'm keeping, this is the Half Magic, what is this called again? Magic Drip in Frosty Bitch. This is like such a glittery lip gloss. I don't know how much of this is left because I've used this a lot and there's not a lot in it, but it is so sparkly. Incredible sparkle in that one. I'm going to keep that one. I have two of the Clarins lip oils. This one is kind of like, there's probably only like a third of that left. There's way more of this left, so I'm going to keep that one. And I'm going to, I think this is a couple of years old. I've had like several of these on the go. This is the shade Chocolate. It's a lovely shade, but I think this is just a bit kind of, you know, seen better days. So I'm going to keep this shade, which I think is called Fuchsia, because I have like loads of that left, and I love this formula. The Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. This is my second of this. I love this shade, love this formula. I like have gone to buy other shades in this, but I'm like, why am I buying more shades when I love this one so much? And I really don't need more lip glosses, so I am very happy with this, and I love this. I know not everyone is mad about this formula, but I really love it. It's so glossy, so shimmery, and just a really good colour for me, so I'm keeping that. This is the one I'm kind of like in two minds about because I wanted to love this. It's like a really pale lip gloss. It's the Posh Gloss in the shade Bikini. I like the formula. It's just the pigment in this particular shade, it kind of just sits in the lines of your lips. I had so much trouble with this product when I first got it because it was like all separated, and they sent me a new one finally after months. It's like a really great kind of a milky shade. If you want this to like not settle in your lines on your lips, you have to only apply a tiny bit, and it just annoys me. It annoys me that I want to keep it because it's a, you know, an expensive Victoria Beckham gloss, but if I don't wear it, then what's the point? I did wear it recently and I liked it, but I just don't like how it kind of like the pigment like settles in the lines of your lips. I'm sure it's not probably an issue with other shades, I don't know. I did just order a Romand gloss that's a really similar shade to this, so I think maybe if I prefer the Romand one, I might give this to my mom, because this is like, I literally haven't had this for that long because they sent me a new one and I like didn't open it at first, so I feel like, but then it might be too pale on my mom. Maybe I should just keep it. It's kind of good for certain looks, like really, like when you want really pale lips, like it's nearly the same color as my skin tone. So I like the formula. I just feel like that whole pigment situation is not ideal, especially for the price. So I'm going to keep it for now, but it is a possibility of a declutter. I don't know. One I'm going to declutter finally is the Dior Lip Glow Oil. This is probably very blasphemous to people, but I just don't like, it's a clear gloss. Do you know what I mean? It's minty. It's very minty. And it's a clear gloss for like €40. Like, just come on. Like, it's pretty much, it looks the exact same as the Glossier one. Now, the Glossier one is more expensive than it was. This used to be, I think, like €12 or something. So, between the two of them, I've had this less time. And honestly, it's probably just like a nicer formula for me. I'm not mad about this. I don't really like lip products that are very minty, and that's very minty. I don't use it enough, and I just don't see the point in keeping it. So I'm going to keep the Glossier one, and I'm going to declutter this. Another Glossier one I'll keep is the holographic, and let me see, does this smell funny? How long have I had this? It smells okay. This is a holographic lip gloss and I don't really have anything like this. So I'm going to keep it for now because it's a really cool like lip topper kind of a thing. Another one I'm going to keep, this is the Peri Para Glasting Ink Glasting Gloss, sorry, in the shade So What. I love this formula. I love the shade. I love the like kind of like big doe foot applicator. Yeah, I really like this. It's the only thing I've tried from Peri Para, but it's like kind of got a little bit of a shimmer in it. So like, you know, if I was to choose between these two, this is obviously a little bit cooler, but I just like much prefer the formula of this. It just looks way better on my lips. So we'll see. Victoria Beckham, you are on your last warning. This is another one that is kind of a clearish gloss. This is the Moomin and BBIA collaboration, and you may have seen the palette of this, and this is like a little kind of silicone applicator clear gloss. This is a really lovely formula and I love the packaging, and there's a little my. So I'm keeping this because I love the formula, love the kind of, it's like a slightly tinted gloss, so it's like really easy to wear and nice on top of things as well. So I'm keeping that one. This e.l.f. one, it's a really nice blue shifty kind of a thing. It does smell like the Dior lip oil. Like it's kind of that really minty scent. Not a lot of like product that comes out on the applicator. I just don't know if I'm mad about this formula. I think I need to try it again and see what it's like on, because I just feel like it's not, I don't know. It's just not what I have so many great Korean formulas, so like this is kind of a little bit mediocre. I'm just going to try it again. This is going in the maybe pile. This is quite new. I got this because it looked a lot like the Isomaya lip veil. They're like kind of, I can't remember what it's called, ultraviolet maybe. And it looked kind of similar to that, and I've nothing like this. I just thought this would be such a cool shade to have. This is the Catrice Diamond Glaze in the shade Less Bitter, More Glitter. And it's like super glittery. Like, look at that. I just love, I loved the look of it and the kind of like cool tone glitter of it. Like that excites me much more than the e.l.f. one. But I want to do a video on this and do like a look using this, because I just think this is such a fun product. Very Y2K. But I just like, I saw this and I was like, I have to get that because I have nothing like that. So that's going to stay. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. It's the brand I'm Meme, and it's called their Lip Silhouette Gloss Tint in the shade Formal Beige. It is essentially like a glossy lip tint, but I just don't really, I'm not mad about the colour, and I just have formulas I like better. I got this from Stylevana. I mean, they sent it to me. And also the scent is just a little bit too sweet for me. I'm just not mad about the scent. I just have other similar products I like much better than this. So I'm going to declutter. This is the Bare Minerals Gloss Balm in the shade Sincerity. This is like literally one of my most used glosses. It's so nourishing. A really beautiful, comfortable formula, and a really beautiful shade as well. It's like a rosewood shade and it has tiny little micro gold glitters in it. It still smells fine. They sent it to me in Pure maybe possibly 2 years ago. I love the formula. I love the shade. It's a really nourishing glossy balm if that's what you're after. And I had other shades of these and I used them so much. But obviously Bare Minerals is again like a clean brand, so their products don't tend to last as long, but it still smells fine, looks fine. I'm going to keep it. Then I have 3 of the Vive Lip Dew products. I have the original one in like a little mini. This is the first one I tried, so I'll keep that because I think there's like still a bit left in that. Then I have the shades Rosa and Cherry. I think I'm going to give Rosa to my mom. There's not a lot of pigment in it, and I think she might like the formula. And then Cherry is like a nice sheer shade for like this time of year, like a winter. It's like a kind of a, you know, it looks darker than it is on the lips. So I'm gonna keep that one, and I'll see if my mom would like this one because I feel like she'd really like that formula. This is like a really old glossy box that I just keep my lip products in because I literally have nowhere else to put them. This is a lip gloss I got free. I hate the way the sticker goes all around it and then everything sticks to it. I just hate that so much. But I do really like this formula. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid, and this is the shade Ice. Kind of got a little bit of an iridescent glow to it, but it's a really nice formula. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a gloss, I feel like with glosses, so many of them are just like the same thing. I wouldn't really like want to spend like loads of money on a gloss because I just feel like they're all very, very similar. Yeah, it has a little bit of a peachy, pinky iridescence to it, but it's a lovely formula, a lovely appearance on the lips as well. It looks really nice when you apply like a neutral kind of contouring lip pencil and this on top. It's just like a really nice lip look. I just hate I hate this sticky stuff on the side. It's so annoying, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just part ways with this because I just was never mad about this. It's very, very similar to the Juicy Lasting tints and that like I Mean one. This has no scent, but it has a cooling effect that I just don't really like, and I just have other shades that I like kind of more and formulas that I like more. So yeah, it's just not like the worst, but it's just not, you know, I just have other similar products that I prefer. I think it is a lovely formula, but I just think if you're looking for a product like this, the Korean glossy lip tints are just like, you know, you're getting kind of the same thing for less money. I don't really go for it, you know. Like I'm gonna go for something like the Fui one or the Romand. I feel like the Korean brands, I just prefer them. I'm gonna say goodbye to this. Last but not least, my love, my Isamaya lip lac in the shade Black Veil. This is a plumping lip serum. I'm not going to do a swatch because it will probably like irritate my skin. Let's have a smell. It does still smell okay. It's 3 years old though, so I just don't know. I've used this so much and there's still like a good bit left in the tube. This is still available in different packaging, so I think I need to just maybe say goodbye. I just love the packaging so much, but it's very awkward also. I feel like I need to say goodbye, and I feel like if I say goodbye to this and I really miss it, then I could like maybe treat myself to the new packaging one like down the line. But I just don't think I'm going to use this, am I? I can't swatch it because it will irritate my skin. Maybe I'll just like wear this one last time, like for old time's sake, and then get rid of it. I love this. It's such a unique product and I love it so much. But at least she didn't get rid of this. Like I can still get this, so it's just in different packaging. So I think I might do one more for the road and then maybe retire her. Okay, so at the end of that lengthy declutter, these are my retirees. I'm not really comfortable keeping these because they do have like what looks like kind of like a mold on them, and I know that Queen Lucia is a clean brand, so it's just obviously not like they're just obviously not going to last as long. So I'm annoyed because I didn't use these as much as I would have liked to. And I love the packaging, like it's so fun, but I just can't, like I can't do that to myself. And then like some of these again, like they just need to be thrown away because they're kind of a little bit moldy and manky looking and kind of falling apart. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable passing any of these on to anybody because they're either too old or they're a bit gross. And then these ones are all like, these two are I'm going to give one of them to my mom, but I just need to figure out which one. And then I kind of have some like maybes, like the Elf. I think the Elf, and then this one and this one. But I think the rest of them are gonna go to new homes because they're like new enough and they're like fine enough for me to like give them to like my mom or my sister. I wouldn't feel comfortable giving them to anybody else, but I don't think my mom and sister would mind a like used lip product. So these ones I need to just kind of try again. These ones are going to new homes and these ones are just going to have to retire because they're not in a good state. So that is all of the lip declutter done. That is all of the products decluttered. I feel like I can finally breathe now, and that's it. So all done. Okay, so we're finally done. That was part 4, the last part of my declutter series. I am so relieved that this is finished. It's felt like this gargantuan task that I just kind of didn't really realize would be as big as it was. This was the first time I've ever done a full collection declutter on YouTube. At the beginning of this year, I think it was January or February maybe, I did a lip declutter, but I haven't done like a full collection declutter on my channel yet. So it was quite an undertaking, but it's done now. And I feel like now I can get into doing like my favorites of the year and finally being able to use my collection, because I think I've just felt a little bit stagnant over the past, say, 6 months, because everything was very overwhelming. And now I know what I have. I feel excitement about my collection and about products I haven't used in a while and products I haven't used enough. So I'm really, really excited to like dig into my collection and like create some makeup looks. I am definitely going to be doing a no buy going into 2026 for probably at least the first 6 months. And I've just thought a lot about the brands that I want to support and what I want to spend my money on. I kind of wish I'd done this before Black Friday, because there's even like a couple of things that I bought that I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't have bought that. So you live and you learn. All I can do is try and be better and really try and like use what I have and try and inspire people instead of like constantly selling, because that's not like, it doesn't come natural to me. I like to just kind of put it out there and you take from it what you want to take from it. This was definitely a great exercise for me to do, and I would encourage anybody to do this with any aspect of your life where you feel overwhelmed, whether it's like your kitchen or your wardrobe or your books or whatever it might be. There you go. I hope I inspired you in some way. Maybe not to buy things, but maybe to just like, you know, tackle an area of your life where you feel a little bit overwhelmed. So that is it. That's the declutter done, and I'm very, very glad to see the end of it. If you liked the video, please give it a little thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Whatever you want to let me know about your thoughts on. And if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some favorites videos, and I'm going to be doing some really kind of hopefully fun and inspiring makeup looks in the new year. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate it. I know this is content that people tend to either kind of love or hate, so I hope you got something out of it, and you know, I hope it was, you know, maybe encouraging you to not buy anymore and to maybe look at the products that you have and find joy in those before you buy something else. So that is it. I will see you very soon with another video.